Hello everyone and welcome back to Balapi Farms, Chip in Norton. So last time we was starting to harvest, as you can see. So what we're going to do this episode is I'm going to set a worker off finishing this field. We're going to sell some produce and we're going to run the tractor back and forth when the combine is full. So let's get worker going. Hopefully he does a good job and doesn't mess it up, but you never know. And we are going to go around the corner and get some of this produce. I think it is behind us actually. We'll spin right around. It's over here. So yeah, we've got all of this to sell just here. So we're going to get the trailer and we're going to get this loaded up and hopefully we can make a few pennies, because the grand plan of the day is bee juice. We'd like to get some bee juice on the farm. And also, I quite like the idea of buying this field here next to the shop. I think that's where I want to put my bees. But also, it has a crop in it. So, it's £100,000. But we do get this lovely sunflower field. So the idea from today, if we can get enough money from this produce just here, we shall buy ourselves some lovely bees. So I'm going to get this loaded and I'll see you shortly. So before we've even got the trailer on, it appears our worker is nearly full. So let's go and get him empty. Typically he hasn't even done a headland yet, so it's not a great start, but we'll follow him around and we'll see if we can't unload without driving up the crop. Might have to just stop him, back him up, empty his load and then get back on it. Right, let's follow the worker up here. As you can see, there was a bit of destruction in our poor fields. It's the only thing with this Farm Simulator 25. The natural disasters tend to ruin your fields. So let's see if the worker will let us unload him and go. See if the order's actually on the right side. So always a good start. See if he'll stop for me. There we go. So this is the first bit of wheat off this field. I know we still had some of the wheat from the last field in the combine, so I knew it wasn't going to take long, but I didn't expect it to be that quick. So we get this filling our trailer. I think we should be able to park it up in the field next door and get a little bit out of this next load, and then we can take it to the new silo we built last episode, next to the mill. Parked up out the way, let that worker carry on, back to produce. Oh dear. Well, it was inevitable. That was a fairly big load, but we have returned. Always on the last corner. never mind. Let's just get this picked up. There we go. She's all righted, so let's try and get it backed into the sell point. So we've got 22,000 litres of lettuce and 20,000 litres of tomatoes. So let's see if I can skillfully back this in here. There we go, we managed to get her in. So we got £91,000 for that and a £5,000 environmental score. So that was not too bad. So what we'll do, we'll head back, pick the chilies up and see how much more we can make. I think there was a few tomatoes left as well that could get on. But first, by the looks of it, we're going to have to go and empty the worker again. So that is filling up fairly quick, which is good because the more yield the better for us. But when you're trying to do something, it can be a bit of a pain. So let's go find the worker in the field. I think he is down this breed here. Yep. Ah, perfect. He's even cut a path so we can get alongside him. Even better. Don't think we'll get an over lot out of it. Yeah, we got a little bit out of it. Not loads, but that's not a problem. We'll go and get this tipped into the silo. Right, so we didn't even get a tip and back to the field before we're unloading again. So what we're going to have to do is just jump into that combine, take over from the worker, because he has pulled up in a bit of a silly place. So we'll just back her up, we'll get her emptied out, and then we'll set the worker on again. So there we go. Get her emptying. It's a fairly small trailer. I don't know if we can actually upgrade this trailer and get bigger sides on it, because it would be helpful, because 12,000 litres isn't great, because as you can see he's only done probably 3 breeds of the field and he's full again. So, but never mind, we'll keep on carting and then jump back in the telehandler and pick some produce up. So here we are back at the sell point. We've got 3,000 tomatoes on, 22,000 chilies on. So let's get this unruly trailer backed in here and see what we can make. Still, if anyone knows a good tip for reversing these dolly trailers, do let me know, because they are a pain. I always got it in my head, the opposite of the opposite, but it's still never easy. Right, so it looks like we've made another about £30,500, so really not bad off the produce this time. So we now stand £136,000, which is good. So we might actually be able to buy the field next to the farm shop, which would be nice. It has got sunflowers in it, so we would have to lease the header to harvest, but I don't know off the top of my head when sunflowers are due for harvesting, so let's have a look. So sunflowers can harvest in October, which will be after the potatoes. And what about the sugar beet? So they're at the same time as the sugar beet, but luckily it is two different types of harvesters we need, so it wouldn't cause too many problems. So we'll get this back to the farm and then we'll have a look into buying that field. Right, so we're back at the farm. We need to empty the combine man again to keep him going, and then we'll dump this load, and by the time we get back I bet he's full again, so we'll empty him again. Then we will look at the field and maybe even getting some bees on the field. So I was going to put the bees near the farm shop, mainly because there is the sell point for right next to the shop, but that is if, let's have a look, if honey can actually go to that sell point. So let's have a look. So it actually can't, so not the end of the world. I still think the bees would be nice up by the farm shop, so I think that's the plan we'll be going with. Well, yeah, let me get this tipped and then we'll have a look into it. Right, so that's him back on his way. So we're going to have a quick look now at purchasing field number 33. So it's £100,000, which would leave us 36. So I definitely think it's worth buying. So we'll get that bought. We're then going to have a look. So I need to set the sprayer into field 1, and that new field we bought, we need to set that up for herbiciding. We're going to have to purchase the soil information, and then we should be able to see, yeah, so it hasn't got any fertiliser on it, so that's another job we'll have to get on to. And the pH, yeah, it's possible that it's been done, but we don't know. So we'll set the tram lines up while we're here. 33 for future. So that is our new field. I'm going to hop into the spray tractor. We're going to get him set up in the next field along. And then we'll nip over to the field and have a look if there's anywhere we can put our new bees. I'll see you there. One thing said about that New Holland combine, it really does struggle going up hills. It's not a very powerful combine at all. So we're going to now teleport to our new field. So the nitrogen, it reckons the nitrogen's okay, but I'd sooner rather give it a quick spray. And yeah, we're not going to get the pH up to because we can't get the machine near that crop destroying. So it's not at the end of the world. Next time we'll make sure she is ready. So what I'm thinking is, let's go into the build menu, down to animals, and bees. So what hives have we got? So don't know if I like that one. I quite like the traditional beehive. That's not our field. It's that field. So I'm hoping we can put, I'd like them closer to the headland, closer to the wall even, but it doesn't appear to be letting me. So let's have a look over here. So that's where we're stood. I think we'll get a few beehives, I don't know what that's colliding with, set up down the side of our field, and then once we've harvested the field we'll make a little area so we can get in easier and maintain the beehives. But for now, let's get a few beehives all set up, and then we can get a spawn point. Let's have a look. Let's see if it'll go up here. We'll get a spawn point there for our thing. So I know it's close to the field at the moment, but we will, to be fair, we might even do it now. We'll sacrifice a bit of the field for our bees. So we'll knock out this little bit here. For our bees. They will look after our crop anyway. Let's just get the soften tool out because it has distorted the ground, even though they're not really built on much, but never mind. So there we have it. Our new bees. And hopefully some beautiful bee juice soon. So we'll check on them in a few months and see how they're doing. See how much honey we get. And so we have cut off that little bit of the field there, but I think it's well worth it to have our bees near the field. Right, looks like the working is emptying again. I'll nip over there. So while he's doing that, the worker has said he's finished. So let's just double check on that worker, because we know what he's been like in the past. So yeah, he's got the whole field this time. So we're going to now run the sprayer up to field 33 and get that field done. So let's head out and get this folded up. And then we'll see if we can get him set off in field 33. Although it does look like he might need some more herbicide, but he won't be a million miles away from the shop at field 33. So let's go. So as I'm driving down here, I'm thinking I might as well just head straight to the shop, because 181 litres of herbicide, it ain't going to go far at all. While we're there though, we will have a look and see what the precision farming upgrade for the sprayer will cost, because it will actually save us money in the long run, as long as it's not too expensive to buy. But we'll have a look and we'll see what it is. So I'll see you over there. So here we are at the shop. Let's have a look and see how much upgrading that to precision farming will cost. So we might as well repair it for 27 quid while we're here. And let's customise it. So, ooh. Yeah, well that was a little bit more expensive than I was thinking. So just to put the weed seeker on, that's £46,000. And to put the pulse width modulation on, it would bring the grand total up to £66,000. I think we'll have to leave it for now and just get more herbicide. It'd be nice in future to do it, but at the moment funds aren't quite there yet, but I hope we will be there one day. So we'll buy 2 of them again. And let's go get it filled up. So our herbicide is over here. And let's fill this up and get it to field 33. So I'm not 100% sure how we get into this field, so we're just going to nip into the shop, because I think we should be able to get through the back of the shop. Yeah, ooh, maybe. We don't want to go where the public walk, we don't want to run them over. I'm kind of trampling in someone's field here. Let's have a look if the entrance is down here. There's our lovely beehives. Yep, nearly overshot it. Yeah, our entrance is down here for the time being. It would be nice to buy the field next door as well, so that'll be something we'll work towards. I don't know how much that field would set us back, so let's have a look. It's only a little field, so I can't imagine it'd be overly expensive. £26,000. Because what we could do is take the hedge line out and make it a bigger field, and then turn 31 into a car park. Because we will eventually own the shop. So yeah, now he's on the way with that, we will now nip over, empty the combine, and start doing some canola, and then we can turn the mill on. Let's get on it. We're definitely going to have to make the headlands on these fields bigger because there is nowhere to put our header trailer on this one, and we can't drive in through that gate because there isn't enough room. So let's get the header picked up. We're in the right place, that's it. I'm going to just start by doing 2 laps of the headland myself. We're going to change number of headlands. Yeah, 2 laps of the headland. And then at least when it comes to the worker, he can then crack on and not get stuck. So someone had to park that right in the way. I'm not going to name names. But never mind, we'll cut around it for now, and then once we get the track up there, I'll give it a move in a minute. For some reason, the header fell off. Must have not clipped that on properly. Right, let's try that again. Take 2. There we go, off we go. Harvesting the first load of canola. So as soon as we are full, we'll put it in the trailer. As soon as the trailer's full, we'll get it to the mill and start making some oil. We're going to get the worker to finish off that field, well, finish off that headland, should I say. We need to now tip this and go unload it. Because he is nearly full. I honestly did not think we'd get that much canola. And it looks like my trailer is now on its way. So we'll go get that moved as well. We can also have an add up now and see how much wheat we got off the 2 fields minus, I think it was about 7,000 litres we put into the chickens to keep them going. We do like our eggs. The more eggs means the more money, and we can obviously sell them in November. We're going to have to look in a minute to see when we can sell the cow juice, because I'm not 100% sure, and we now have got, I think it said we've got about 2,000 litres, so we'll keep an eye on that, because when it's the best time, we'll get our cow juice sold, hopefully to the shop or the restaurant. Let's get this unloaded. Go move that header trailer out of the worker's way, and then we can carry on canolaing and get the first load in the mill. So just head up here. It's quite a tight entrance to this field. Definitely going to be doing some work, I think, sort some of these fields out, because with crop destruction on, you destroy half the crop just trying to get into your own field, which isn't great. I'm sure on the series it wasn't this tight. Oh, that's parked in a bit of a place. Stop moving worker map. I'm gonna have to cancel him in a minute. He's got me stuck. Right, bear with me, because this worker is about to get fired. I'm trying to make his life easier by moving this trailer out of the way, and all he wants to do is ram into me. Right, let's get this header trailer moved further out of the way. Down here. Like so. We will need it, I think, to move into the... Well, yeah, we might as well take it right to the bottom. We will need it to move into the next field. Because yet again, the gateways are pretty tight on this map, and you can't take the header straight through. So that's that put out of the way. Let's get spun around. So, someone has messaged me saying about it's on this map you definitely need to do quite a few laps of the headland, and I totally agree with him. With Jay Lloyd, I definitely agree, because there is not a lot of room to manoeuvre at all with the hedgerows and everything. So I think especially after tonight we might just go ahead, and all the fields we've harvested, just put a bit bigger headland area in, just because it will make it more realistic and easier to do in the future. So let's get that hook back up. There we are. Set the worker back to joist this time, and let's see if we can get unloaded on the move, depending on how. For one, we're crashing to the gate post, and two, how it behaves. I'm hoping he'll just go, and we've crashed into the next gate post. Great. So yeah, what I was saying about these fields being tight, I am very toying with taking some of the gates out as well, because we won't necessarily use them, because once they're open, we won't close them up. It's private property anyway. We might just put some gates on the farm entrance, which is how I believe it is in real life. So I'll let him do this, whatever he's doing, up and down, and then we'll get alongside him and we'll get the first load of canola out of his tank. Classic example. So why is he backing down the crop? He's destroying the crop. So I'm going to have to stop him. I don't know why he won't go the way I want, which is just straight down the field. Here. Sometimes the workers on this game. So, no, where are you going? Come on, drop down. That's it. There we go. That seems like the more logical way of doing it. Let's get him unloaded. See if we can do it on the move. All we can hear from the combine is, "Turn after me, you'll be there, you'll be right under there." But we'll get to it. There we go. First load of canola into the mill. So let's go and activate the canola. It can only take 24,000 litres at the moment, but how much would an upgrade cost? 22,000. So we'll keep an eye out, and when we've got some spare money, we will get that mill upgraded. So guys, I think we're going to call that there for today. So next time we'll get that last 2 canola fields finished, and hopefully we can start making the farm a better place and spray that. And we also need to fertilise for 33. So as always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments. We read every comment, and we're always happy to reply to our guys watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.